A single image can change how an entire career is perceived. Welcome to the Channel Star Spotlight. In today's story, we look at Emily Carey, an actress whose rising career has recently intersected with a conversation far larger than film or television. It is a story not just about images, but about interpretation, expectation, and the evolving boundaries of public life. Many viewers first came to know Emily Carey through her early roles, where she displayed a maturity well beyond her years. Her performances were often described as composed, emotionally aware, and quietly powerful. From historical dramas to major fantasy productions, her presence steadily grew, earning recognition from both audiences and critics. But what is less often discussed is how quickly public perception can shift. As her career progressed, Carey began stepping into more complex and mature roles. This transition, common for many young actors, often comes with new creative choices that reflect artistic growth, but can also invite scrutiny. At one point, certain photos and portrayals sparked conversations online, with some viewers describing them as unexpectedly bold. This reaction raises an important question: where is the line between artistic expression and audience comfort? To understand this moment, it helps to look at her background. Carey began acting at a young age, navigating an industry that constantly evolves. Growing up in the public eye means that every stage of personal and professional development becomes visible. What might be a natural progression for the individual can appear sudden or surprising to an audience that feels they have grown up alongside them. The turning point came not from a single role, but from the broader way her image began to be discussed. Some praised her confidence and willingness to embrace challenging work. Others felt a sense of discomfort, not necessarily with the work itself, but with the contrast between her earlier image and her newer, more mature presence. It is often said that audiences form lasting impressions early, and those impressions can be difficult to reshape. What many may not realize is that actors rarely control every aspect of how their work is presented or received. Photography, styling, and storytelling are collaborative processes. Yet, the public response often centers on the individual, rather than the broader creative context. This creates a quiet but significant tension. On one side is the artist, exploring identity and range. On the other is the audience, holding on to familiarity and expectation. Somewhere in between lies the reality, complex, nuanced, and rarely as simple as it first appears. Carey's journey reflects a wider pattern seen across the entertainment industry. As young actors transition into adulthood, they often face heightened attention, not just for their talent, but for how they choose to present themselves. Each decision becomes part of a larger narrative, one shaped as much by public interpretation as by personal intention. And yet, through it all, her work continues. Her performances remain the core of her career. Directors and collaborators continue to recognize her ability to bring depth and subtlety to her roles. While conversations around image may come and go, it is often the consistency of craft that defines long-term success. In the end, this story is not only about Emily Carey. It is about how we, as viewers, respond to change. It is about the expectations we carry and how they shape what we choose to see. Because sometimes what feels too daring is not about the image itself, but about the perspective we bring to it. And perhaps that is where the real story begins. If this perspective gave you something to think about, share your thoughts in the comments. If you found the story meaningful, consider liking the video. And for more calm, thoughtful explorations like this, you're always welcome to subscribe to Star Spotlight.